G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur Hippie here. I didn't adjust my camera, I forgot. I hope you're all doing well. I'll just do it now. How about this for some professional gubbins? Hang on. God, it's so hot in Sydney today, I tell you, man. It's so hot and humid. Ugh. It's horrible, man. Horrible. Let me just get this right. There we go, bit of that. Put some colour in my face. There we go. All right, we're ready to go. Oh, Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I'll come over to the chat in a minute. Let's do a little bit of football, shall we? Headline news. Martin Keown, you're a twat. Stop talking about Tottenham. It doesn't concern you. I think the whole bloody planet's imploded as far as Tottenham's concerned. All of a sudden, everyone's saying, oh, Vicario. Oh, he's weak. He needs to toughen up. He's getting bundled over. Piss off, everyone. Piss off. If memory serves me right, it was like a couple of weeks ago, it was before the Man City game. I think we'd like conceded one goal, maybe two from set pieces. And now we've conceded, it's like, everything's turned to shit. Get grit, just, let's just, don't worry about it. Big Vic's in control between the sticks. I've got utmost faith in him. He's been bundled over a couple of times in recent games. Out of 22 games this season, and all of a sudden he just blows over in a stiff breeze. I don't know what's going on with the world, man. And then the other thing I'm hearing from a load of pundits is it's back to the old bloody, Angie's getting found out. I don't know what to do with these people. Oh, you can play like that in the Scottish League, you can play like that in the J League, in the A League, and the World Cup and the Asian Cup, but you can't do it in the Premier League. No siree. Pish and tosh. What rubbish. I don't know. Look, I didn't think it was a great performance against Everton, but I've just had a quick look at some of the Spursosphere, and I'm just dismayed, man. I'm dismayed, so I've stopped looking at it all. So I'm just going to get in my own beige little 1970s bubble. Anyway, what else was there? It's just Martin Keown. He gave me the right shits, saying Vicario cost us that game. What bollocks. If anyone cost us, which I don't agree with blaming one person, it was Kulu for giving away the free kick. And look, Everton had about 30 corners and set pieces. We defended immaculately for most of them, and Everton were very good, to their credit. They were shit. But they could put in a corner right on the far corner of the 6-yard box every single time it was on the money. We didn't do that. They did. So, I don't know, man. I'm not panicking. I'm enjoying my football. That is the end of Football Daily. There we go. Now, before I get to the chat, I'm going to have a quick look at the Predict the Premier competition, because I put my tips in this week. I remembered. Here we go. Exciting production time again. Wow, eh? Where is it? There it is. Is that it? Is that going to come up on the screen? There it is. Seamless, man. Seamless. So this is the week so far. There's one game left to play. Man City's game is postponed due to rampant capitalism. I think they're playing tonight or tomorrow morning, something like that. So far this week, Derek Osborne flying high. I think he's got some inside knowledge from Area 51. Briz Eagle, Jose, Barney, Glenn Oddle, Future Music. I'm fed up with seeing the same bloody names up at the top all the time. They have Future Music and Glenn Oddle. Then there's Ronald M and Craig the Gecko Man. Although I'm not doing so badly this week, I'll take that. so far for the month of February. This is the same people. Glenn Oddle, Derek Osborne, Jose, Briz Eagle. They're all up there, aren't they? Well, I'm quite happy with the way I'm going. I'm quite happy. If I'd have put last week's tips in, I'd be riding high. I'm sure of it. But there we go. All right, there we go. That's the housework done. I don't know how long I'll go tonight. I always say that. I'm really tired, and it is really swelteringly hot. So, we'll see how long we go for. But there's a few of you here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Mr. Fun Eddie, I saw his comment pop straight up. He was in first best. What's this? See, my brain's not working. First best dressed. First in, best dressed. Is that it? Well, that was Mr. Fun Eddie, whatever that is. First, wow, woo, big up, Paul. That's it, man. This is what the green room is. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the delights. Let's put this on the cloud. There we go. Hope you enjoyed the delights that we put on for all our people. Blue M&Ms, lightning, Old English Signer, 2 litre bottle. No expense spared. There we go. Just doing that again. Yay, Saurian's here. Hello, man. How you going? Afternoon, Paul Hippies. As usual, I've chosen not to watch any of the other Spurs fan channels' reactions due to the game, as I'm not interested in any negativity. Let's learn and keep going. Yeah, I find it grinds my gears a bit, man. But it's a broad old church. I'm not saying don't do it. Just I don't want to listen to it, so I won't. But keep doing it. Keep going on. I think it comes down to our midfield. I said that in my match review. Midfield. And we got Basuma coming back. Should be back in England by now. Maybe. And then we're just waiting for Son. So I'm hoping we pick up a bit. But the other thing is, when you're playing fancy football, sometimes it just don't come off. Your one touches just don't happen. Don't happen. I've seen it with the best Spurs sides, where for some reason it just doesn't happen. But it's not the end of the world at all. So, well, thanks for watching this one anyway, Yasarian. Audio Artisan. G'day, Paul. G'day, man. How you going? Mr. Fun Eddie, if you're feeling like me, how dare these Muppet hooligans try and dampen the dreams when it was crafted by Ange in the first place? Which hooligans are you referring to? Hooligans? What? Created? What? Sorry, I'm not following, man. My brain's not working. I'll tell you what, it's not you, it's me. Stellan56. Hello from the Philippines. I got a mate over there. He moved there about a year ago now. Maybe 2 years ago. He's loving it. Yo, Sarian, if these pundits can do better, they should lace up their boots or get their coaching qualifications. Well, there's also crap coaches in the world as well, But no, none of them could do any better than our players or managers. So jog on. Yeah, I'm like that a bit, man. I'm like that. I mean, I do criticise from time to time when I get the shits. Mainly when I've had lack of sleep and the game's been a bit, how you going? A bit boring. I get a little bit cranky. I'm getting a bit over it. Seeing people on TalkSport and people here and there. Whenever we don't win, it's like, you can't play football like... I was just sick of hearing it. I really am. What a load of bollocks. Spurs Ninja. I wish I could... I'll have to look at your avatar on a bigger screen. Is it a Spurs? I can't see it. It's too small on my screen, man. Big up Hotspur Hippie, but big up you too, man. Ronald M, you're still in bleeding Malta. We got one Ronnie in anyway. Whoa, let's click on that. Here for another week. Oh, nice one, man. Hope you're having a lovely time. Stay another 2 weeks, sod it. Baz Radfar 3-1 Spurs. Your day will come, man, when you get that that prediction on the money. Let's hope it happens. Now, I was just going to try something with my mobile phone. I'm looking at ways that I can improve things, you know. That thing's not working. I can't get it working again. What is it? None of your business. Where's my... There we go. Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of little things, little bits of hardware I can buy. Hang on, I forgot your comment. I'll do you first, Faz Radfar. Sorry, man. Good morning, Paul. Looking on the bright side, Arsenal made us close to the top of the table, 7 points. I know there's a little morsel of comfort, perhaps, wasn't it? That by doing bugger all, the gap to the top has shrunk. 7, it's a lot. But it's not 10, is it? It could have been 10. We'll see how we go, eh? See how we go. Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of bits of hardware that will help me do different things. So probably next month. This is my last month. At the end of this month, hopefully, I'll have cleared all my financial shit, and then I can start relaxing a little bit. Whereas when you don't work for 3 months, it buggers me up. Phil P. Happy Monday. There's a band there, man. Paul and all. Woo! That's it. Hope you're doing all right there, Phil. Mark, in. How are you, my good man? I'm not so bad, man. I do believe when we get the Basuma back, we will be more bulky. I don't know why I think the word bulky just made me picture a great big packet of like 48 toilet rolls, because that's what I tend to get. I only have to do it like a couple of times a year or often, but I don't know. Probably not what you had in mind there, but a bit more bulky. But Tottenham have always had trouble with Dyche, DC Dyche. He looks like a cop. We always had trouble with Dyche when he was at Burnley. That is actually quite true, man. I forgot all about that. Quite true. Andrew Ackerman. Hate to say it, well, don't. But the highlight of the weekend is the Gooners scrubbing Liverpool for 3 points. I know. It's slim pickings, but it's something, though, isn't it? It's better than bugger all. 3 points for us would have been nice. But a point's better than now. Yeah, I'm a bit more philosophical about it. You know, 1 point is better than nothing. And, you know, we're just showing that, I think, even when we're not on it, we can still get some sort of result. Like the week before against... Was it Brentford? Brentford. We played well for 10 or 15 minutes and we got all 3 points. Everton, we were a bit lackluster. But we still got a point away from home. And everyone says that, Goodison Park is so hard to win at. But we did it. Well, we didn't win it, but, you know, we did all right. Let's have a look here. How long are we going? 20 minutes. Have a look, see if there's any... there's not going to be any news or anything, though, is there, really? Oh, now, I was trying to find stats to back up my little rant about Vicario. I was trying to find how many goals each team has conceded from set pieces. But I'm struggling to find like an up-to-date thing. Contribution of conceded goals. What does that mean? Premier League. Oh, it's just in what minute that is. That's no good. So here's one. It's out of date. There's no. I can't find a live running thing. Be nice. because I can't believe the flack that Vicario's getting. I really can't. It's outrageous. Kim 62, morning, evening, Paul, morning and evening to you too, man. How you doing, my good man? I'm everyone's good man. I'm no one's bloody anything, but all right, I'll take it. Thank you. It's another very small bump. Not exactly, not a gigantic hole. What do people want? You know, when people start saying things like, "Oh, you can't play football like that in the Premier League because it's like special football." They're in essence saying sack Ange, aren't they? If you're saying we can't play that style of football the way that Ange wants the team to play, well, it's the only thing he can do. So, bloody back off him. Leave him alone a bit. Bloody hell, man. You know, I've seen this story so many times. So many times. At every stage he's been told this and it's always turned out to be a bag of shit. Mark N, apparently we are 3 points off Poch in his best season after 22 games. Not sure how accurate that is. But I had us... if we'd have beaten Everton, my Dreamometer... would be indicate the current Dreamometer I think is on 76 points, something like that. So we've gained 16 points over the same fixtures last year, which if you take into account is 22 games. Long story short, I think we're headed for about 86, 87 points this year, which matches up with what you're saying there, Mark. Mr. Fun Eddie, I still believe the project. Yeah. Despite the zeitgeist. Ooh. Other pundits' current reactions. Yeah, they're short-sighted or short-term memories gone. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't see any... What other manager gets this? When they draw... We didn't even bloody lose. We drew. What other team or manager gets all this shit thrown at them? I think it's just because we got an Australian. People in England don't like it. There's a load of people waiting for us to stumble a bit more so they can start sharpening their axes. Fuck off. We'll do our talking on the pitch. It'll all blow over when we win the next 3 on the bounce, won't it? Mark N, I think we are the 6th best team for goals conceded. Okay. Oh, from set pieces in the league out of 20. Look, that's not... And a couple of that was, I think maybe 2 or 3 of those were quite recent as well. So, you know, 6 out of 20 is not bad. It doesn't imply that our goalkeeper is weak and wobbly, man. Ronald M, the only way Everton can score is from a bloody corner here, but they do it well. I mean, you can't really... Like, I found the game frustrating, man, because you could see Everton were crap. That was the thing. I found it incredibly annoying that they were so rubbish. But then what does that say about our performance on the day? But one thing that Everton really did get right was corners and set pieces. They were on a dime every time. Porro wasn't on it with his corners the other night, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? He's a good guy. Sorry, we start with great energy and endeavour, but fell away significantly. That refereeing performance didn't particularly help our cause either, I know. But what can you do? Look, I think there's 2 issues, isn't there? There's I've just thought there's 2 issues. There might be loads or 1 or none, I don't know. There's the standard of the refereeing on the pitch, and then there's VAR. And I think VAR is really not helping the officiating on the pitch. Referees know that they can just go the safe route, don't have to stick their necks out. The idiots in Stockley Park might catch it, and I don't know. I think without VAR, you know, everyone was on the referee's case before VAR. Oh, the standards of refereeing are terrible or lousy. Well, that's the best we got, isn't it? It's the best we got. So what are you going to do? We need to improve. We need better referees. Well, no one wants to bloody do it. So, you know, you either start paying referees decent money, get rid of VAR, get some training done, or scout for good officials lower down in the leagues. But you can't just magic up a good referee. Well, it is, man, isn't it? Ben Blackman, good afternoon, Paul. 2 games now, midfield is not fired. Yeah, I agree with that. Couldn't get it to the wingers. Yeah, both, and it just puts pressure, probably more so on Johnson than Timo. Johnson's still getting flack, isn't it? But he hardly got the ball given to him in the Everton game. Timo got it a couple of times, about maybe 3 or 4, and 2 of the times he got it, we scored. Through him, and then Destiny or Madison for the other one, to Richie to score his brace. Andrew Ackenham, prior to the injury crisis, we were flying. Ange ball clearly works. I know. People have just forgotten about the first 10 games where we beat Liverpool, drew away at Arsenal, and we're playing really well. So I think we're gonna be just fine, man. Mark N. I don't know if you noticed since Christmas, the refs are leaving the keepers getting blocked off to VAR. So no one is given a foul on the keepers. Seen a load of this nonsense. Yeah, I don't know where the balance lies, man. I mean, I didn't really think. So the two goals where sort of Vicario was manhandled, I thought was kind of fair enough. I think goalkeepers have got to be stronger. I don't think that means I'm not saying for a second that Vicario's got some sort of deep-rooted weakness problem. It's just those 2 occasions. So he'll learn from it. He'll work it out. But I don't like goalkeepers being overprotected. But you're right, Mark. I mean, the refs are just leaving everything, aren't they? When we get Sonny, we'll be back. Well, it won't be back for this game. Should be back for the game after. So he might as well win the cup now with South Korea. They'd love it over there if he did that. Marpin Prasaya, we're 7 points off the top. Can we win the league? Yeah, we can. Possible, isn't it? I don't know how likely it is at the moment. Let's see. We got. If we get a run together, then it gets more likely. But if we're still stuttering a bit like we are at the moment, I don't think it will happen. But I still think next year, man. Yo, Sarian. Remember when many supporters were calling for Richie to go? Well, I wasn't too impressed with him myself as well, man. I've got to admit that. Now we're all rightly loving him in his efforts. Yep. Well, it's not a democracy here. It's a Hotspur hypocrisy, which are already there before you're scoring goals. Yeah, my Richarlison story this year, if memory serves me, like the first couple of games, he just had a real heavy touch. And that came. He had that. He had that in his game a little bit last year. So that's what was frustrating me about him. Like the ball was bouncing off his shin. He'd run onto the ball and his first touch just put it out of reach of him. So I was pretty critical of Richarlison. But this year, he seemed to correct the first touch thing pretty well. His work rate has always been great. But it's really since he came back from the operation, man. It just he's a new player. So yeah, well, I like it when players prove me wrong. Anyway, and I think was it 8 goals, 9 goals, 9 goals in 8 games? Hell of a record. Maybe we don't need that centre forward in the summer that everyone seems to be panic buying about. Andrew Ackerman, to be where we are, given the injuries, AFCON and the Asia Cup, and the first season of a rebuild, I think we're doing fantastic. Oh, we're doing amazing, man. We are. We got to get this into perspective. Like, let me have a look at the Dreamometer. So, just for you new people out there, the Dreamometer. What I'm doing is I'm comparing our results this year to when we played those same fixtures last year, just to get an idea. Because you can have it's very easy to look at the table and say, right, after 22 matches, we got 43 points. After 22 matches last year, we had X amount of points. Whereas I prefer to do it on the teams we play. So at the moment, after, was it 22 games? Now, did I add a point? I might have buggered this up. I might have to check this. But we've gained 16 points over fixtures last year. So, like, if we lost, so Brentford at home, we lost that last year. We won it at home this year. So that's a 3-point gain. So we're heading for 76 points on that so far. That's a huge improvement. Huge improvement. You know, I mean, I might moan and whinge about not winning the league and all that shit, but no, it doesn't. I've still got the perspective that for his first half a year in a job, considering where we are, we are doing amazing, man. Got a lot to be happy about. Mr. Fun Eddie, Richie deserved a win for his performance alone. Yeah, most informed player on the month. He must be, isn't it? I mean, I was amazed, like near the end of the game, when he just still kept on running, and Pickford would have the ball. Richarlison knows he's not going to get there before Pickford kicks it. There's no way on earth he's going to mount a challenge on him, but it gives him less time to think. He makes him make mistakes. I picked 3 or 4 instances where Pickford made a little bit of a mistake, either kicking the ball out on the full or a bit of a panic pass to one of our players. All through Richarlison bearing down on him. So it was worth it. What more can be asked? We were in front. Yeah, I know, man. Have we got Liverpool to play yet? Well, we played them at home. We beat them. We're playing them at Anfield near the end of the year, I think. Might be the 3rd from last fixture or something like that. We've got a few curly ones in a row before we finish with a nice relaxing pairing of Sheffield United and Burnley. They're our last 2 games. Sheffield United's last game of the season. Mark Ian, I've seen a few photos of Richie when he got off the team bus on Saturday with a kid at Everton. Think he must have been ill, but he still has photos with him and picked him over the barrier. Yeah, good. That's nice. I like it when players do that, you know. I don't expect it or anything like that, but it's just super cool when they do. Who's news? The issue is player backing into the keeper. Doesn't have possession of the ball, so has nothing to shield. Player backing into the keeper doesn't have the possession of the ball. That's right. So has nothing to shield. It is sneaky play. There's no doubt about it, sneaky play, and then they stumble backwards and fall over. I understand. Yeah, it's not fair, but I'm kind of okay with that not being given a fair bit of the time. I think it's up to the keeper, whether it's Vicario or someone else. They've got to have the technique to be able to deal with someone backing into you. Vicario's a smart guy. He'll be fine. Marpin Prasai, lots of points dropped on the road. Reason we're falling short of these top 3 teams. Arsenal are 5 points ahead and United are 6 below. Bit of a concern for us. What, you're concerned about United? No, come on, man. Come on, Marpin. Bloody Manchester United. They're shit. They can't string any results together. And what about... But you might as well get worried about Chelsea. I don't know if people remember that there is a football team in Chelsea playing in the Premier League temporarily before they get hammered up the FFP hole. Andy, it's Mr. Crystal Palace. Hello from Thailand, mate. The overprotection of keepers has always pissed me off. Yeah, me too a bit, you know. I'm glad they're not disallowing goals because the attacker dislodged the keeper's pube. Yeah. I think just deal with it. Deal with it. I'm all right with it too. Ben Blackman, Richie has scored in every league game Sonny has been missing. Oh, interesting. Maybe Sonny can have a holiday in South Korea. No, I want Sonny back, man. Want to skipper back. Andy, I remember Souness run onto a header to score and Shilton hit the net before the ball. Goal stood. Nothing to see here. No complaints. That's right. Momentum carried him into the net, did it? Mark N, hit the likes up for our hipster. Leader. I'm no one's leader, man. I'm no one's leader. Ooh, perish the thought, man. You don't want me doing anything like that. Hey, it's Mr. Bennett. Phone beeped. England's favourite playwright and taxi driver. Did you see the Chelsea mascot at Liverpool? No? Did something amusing happen? I take it something happened, didn't it? Spurs Ninja, we need to work on our defensive set pieces. No, we don't. I don't agree with this. No. How many goals from set pieces we let in? Bugger all. Vicario's getting targeted there. This game and the last game, that was it. I'm not. Oh, we're crap at set pieces. No, we're actually very good at set pieces. We're very good at scoring them, and we're very good at defending them. Well up there. God, recency bias from everyone. Alan Bennett, Spurs have the third best away record. Oh, there we go. La-di-da. Thanks, Alan. A nice thing to know, isn't it? Kim62, Von de Ven. What a player. He was immense, wasn't he? They gave man of the match to Richie. He was my man of the match as well, but Van de Ven was outstanding. He's up there with the best in the league. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of times where he had no business getting back in time, did he? There was no chance he should have been able to put a tackle in. But there he was, man. There he was. It was brilliant. A really good performance. And I think Romero defended really well as well. I think they all defended really well. But when you have like 500 corners against you and set pieces, oh, well, you let two of them in. If our midfield was firing, we would have got more goals. Mark Ennis, son does lose tomorrow. I hope he doesn't. Then Saturday, our bench will be 3/4 amazing. What day is it? Would he be back fit for the weekend? I'm just going off Papa Matasar. I don't know. I don't know if he'd be playing, man. I mean, maybe. Or it might be on the bench, like you say. It'll be 3/4 amazing. I don't think the Asian Cup is a third and fourth playoff. Oh, probably. I don't know, actually. I didn't even realise that because we're at the semi-finals, aren't we? Sun's just set. Hurrah! We'll do some business in a second. What am I looking at? Asian Cup. Well, not according to what I can see here, man. No. If not in 2 weeks, we're back. Be nice to be back, won't it? Marpin Prasai, our set pieces defending should be overlooked too, ain't it? And that defensive line ahead of our keeper when the opposition takes the free kicks makes me anxious. We're conceding lots enough. Yeah. The thing is, though, if our midfield was playing properly, we'd be getting more goals. Oh, it's not like we're conceding millions of goals either. You know. Let me have a look at the table here. Someone's already said it, haven't they? But let me have a look. So we have conceded 35, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth best. Sixth best in the league. We've scored 49 goals. 1, 2, which is the third best. Joint third best. I'm not getting the panic vibes. I really am not. Marpin Prasai, Kulu fouling was unnecessary. Yeah, I agree with this. Yeah, yeah. But what can you do, eh? Toffees knew they couldn't score against us with open play, to be honest. Every corner felt like a penalty against us in that game because they just kept on delivering them on the spot, didn't they? It was very nervous times watching it because they were very, very good. That's probably what they. I mean, they can't play football, but that must be what they're doing in practice. Is just 8 hours of corners every day. You saw it. Van der Ven makes defending look just as exciting and satisfying as scoring goals. He does, doesn't he? He's just. It's a foot race. It's a sprint, isn't it? It's a sprint. Because if you don't get it, the other team's going to score, probably. But it's just the timing and the cleanliness of his tackles are beautiful as well. He's not like going in, his feet and legs are all akimbo. It's nice and clean. Gets the ball. His studs. I've been looking at his studs. He's not going to concede too many free kicks because he's really careful with the way he puts his feet. And a lot of the time he manages to get the ball and progress play, So brilliant defending. Oh, sorry, there's your comment. Forgot to put it up on the screen there, but we've covered it now. Kim62, if Sonny does come back, what condition will he be in? Knees heavily strapped up. Looks totally knackered after each game. Extra time after the last couple of games. Tournaments heavy going. Yeah, I forgot about the extra time that he's playing as well. I think if they lose their semi-final, maybe just give them a bloody rest, Give them a break. They do take it out of you, these tournaments. Mr. Funetti. Paul, do you subscribe to the idea the Liverpool game with the referee decision controversy, Liverpool will always from henceforth get the good end of the stick? I don't know. I haven't watched enough of their games, man. But something about that Liverpool game, I don't give a shit about the refereeing controversy. We would have beaten them anyway. We were more than their match until Liverpool lost their shit and got players sent off. It's not my fault. It's not Tottenham's fault they couldn't keep their heads. But I don't know. I haven't been watching other games, man, whether they've been getting the rub of the green or not with decisions. I like to think that over the course of a season, it all balances out for everyone, and it maybe just doesn't feel like that when you're watching a game. And I know when I'm watching a game, I'll be referee. Well, why don't you do that? Why don't we have some of this? Why don't we do some more of that? But I think that's just because I'm a biased, one-eyed Spurs fan. I like to think they're at least fair. They might be crap, but they're fair. It's funny with that controversy, refs have made their season. Oh well, if your theory's correct, then yeah, one off game against us may have got them some favours. I always feel like the referees are against us, man. I always do. Ben Blackman, the Dragon needs a start. Romero needs a rest, do you reckon? Everton players were bouncing everywhere off him. He looks like a machine, and quite quick as well. Oh, I'm sure it will happen. When the moment is ripe, we'll have a bit of rotation. Mark N. Going to take time for all our injured players to re-gel and get up to speed. And that's all. And these 2 January Cups made things worse. Yeah. We haven't been able to, keep a rhythm. Very stop-start. But, well, after this game, who are we playing next? Is it Brighton? Playing Brighton, are we? Yep, Brighton. Sunday at 2 a.m. The worst of times. So our next fixtures, we've got Brighton, Wolves, 2 home games, and then we're going to smash Chelsea. Oh, no, we're not going to smash Chelsea because they've got a cup to lose. So we've got Brighton, Wolves, Crystal Palace, and then away to Aston Villa is our next sticky game. And we'll be up and running by then, so keep Villa in their place. Up and precise. VDV is so much calm and composed. He's unflappable, man, isn't he? I think him and Romero work really well together. Fire and ice. His class. I hope other teams don't sniff around with their bags full of blueprints. We've got ourselves a diamond fight. Really glad to get him. Yeah, we don't look like we like jumping to sell a lot of players. We seem to have paused from being a selling club, except Harry Kane. If you know what I mean. I'm hoping we can keep hold of all these players. Up in Brazil, Romero heading backwards to our own posts. Was it a fluke, Paul? I've no idea, man. I can't remember. Maybe not. I don't know. Brighton, yeah, Brighton. They've gone off the boil. They've gone off the boil. I maintain, people are full of Brighton's praises. No, but Brighton's Brighton. I've seen it so many times where these games, where you'll get a club and they think they've cracked the system. They've got the cheat code. They know, they've got their spreadsheets and they know what to put in to get a cheap player. Then after a couple of years, flog them for loads of money and use that money to buy another cheap player. Don't work, does it? It doesn't work. You're not going to get sustained success out of that. What you're going to see is the teams that jammy it, like Brighton, they'll have a couple of good seasons before they'll just start sliding back down. Mid-table, lower, bottom half of the table. That's kind of where they're at, I think. Agent Poch, man. Agent Poch, he's on it. 46 minutes, bloody hell, I didn't think it'd go so long. Oh, it's 10 past 8. So sweaty. Ugh. A nice shower when I've done with this. Wish I could find set pieces, man. I'm sure this whole thing is debunkable. Oh, maybe I'll just ask this. Hang on, I'll do it with Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Just shit, isn't it? How many goals from set pieces have Tottenham conceded? What's this one then? Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. 23-24. Oh, God, it's just numbers and numbers and numbers. Oh. I can't make any sense of this. Goals. Okay, goals. Here we go. Goals conceded. Goals conceded. Oh. Yeah. Too hard, man. It's too hard. I can't find it. Andy, I watch a lot of games every week. Good on you, man. I wish I could do that. Someday. Memberships and super chats are available. The only real problem I see at Spurs is poor in-game management. Substitutions at times have been very dubious. Oh, I disconcur with you on that one. I think our substitutions have been perfect. I think Ange has been doing better subs than bleeding Hodgson. It's all right, and I'd love to see players who obviously simulate get carded. Yeah, man. Even if it's after the game, I'd like to see that. I think it'd be a good thing for cards to get handed out after the game for things like that are missed. Sod VAR during the game. I forget the name of their player who tried it at least twice and wasn't touched either time. I remember, I can see it. I think he was substituted, wasn't he? Who was substituted? Because there was a couple of players that were being a bit wobbly on Everton's side. Lineups. Godfrey. Was it Godfrey? I think Godfrey was one, wasn't he? That name jumps out at me. Garner. Godfrey Garner, young. I'd go. Godfrey was really up my nose, man. What a twat that guy was. And Garner was a wanker as well. I've been precise. Playing at our home, I reckon they won't have that same confidence. But I can't guess what to expect from them. They're a funny team. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about playing? I don't know. Brighton? Was it Brighton? Kevin Duplo. Ken Duplo. Just assume not Duplock. Could be Duplock, I don't know. G'day, bud. G'day, blood. Love your channel, thanks, man. Very impressed with Mickey van der Ven. Yeah, he's an impressive character. I'm impressed with him too. Great place. The Flying Dutchman. Oh, we haven't had a Flying Dutchman in sport for a while, have we? There's always the Flying Dutchman and the there's always the Flying Fin. That's what I'm thinking of. Like, can't see it on the back of my shirt. Kimi Räikkönen. Somehow Finland always has quick drivers. The Flying Dutchman, yeah, not even going out to lie, fam. Not even going to lie, fam. You notice how some words just they don't come naturally, do they? I'll try, man. I'll try. Just keep hitting me with those bars, and I won't fuck it up next time. Mr. Fun Eddie, lol, my phone was on. Oh, can I do that? Can I? Okay, Google. Hey, Siri. You shouldn't do that. That's a dick act. It's a dick act, but it's quite funny, isn't it? Oh, wait, I just thought a whole string of things I could say. But I'm not into, I don't know, what would you call it? Oh, it's like voice-activated terrorism or something like that. Small scale. It's not really terrorism. What would you call it? It's almost shenanigans, but it's not even shenanigans. It's just nothing, isn't it? Nothing. It's right down there. If my brain was working, I'd find a suitable word. Andrew Ackerman, where do you put Werner when Sonny gets back? Oh, I don't know. It's a good problem, man. It's a good problem. They reckon he can play across all areas of the front. That's what I've heard too. Would you put him in on the right ahead of Johnson? Je ne sais pas. I don't know, man. I like the fact that we've got all those options, and that we've got the personnel up front that we can slice and dice a bit. And also, after when Basuma comes back, we won't have to rely on bloody Skip and Højbjerg so much. And I'm sure that'll. I'm sure Bentancur I'm sure Bentancur will find his feet again when he's surrounded by goodness. But yeah, up front, your guess is as good as mine, man. I wouldn't know. Alan Bennett, Big Vic needs to stop taking share corners. You hands off, Big Vic. It's only two. It's only twice. God. Andy, doing better subs than Hobson really ain't hard. All right, well, okay. I didn't think that one through. That massive insult. He don't make any. Oh, it's just you play for 90 minutes. Play for 90 minutes. You're sorry, and yeah, I think it was Godfrey as well. That name sticks in my bell as being a twat. How low is it to pretend to be hurt when not touched? I I'm more used to players getting up even when they are hurt. That's what football used to be like when I used to go. It was, and there's some things that you never go down for. Well, unless you're playing extra time in a World Cup match, then you can have a bit of cramp. But going down for cramp, no, you don't go down for cramp, man. That's nothing. Or if you get whacked in the face or gut or balls by a football, you just gotta. I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. But now it's because I don't know. If I was playing, still playing. It's been a long time since I played now, but I was playing. I never really saw it. I did see it. There was one guy that did it to me a couple of times, and I told him, if you do that to me again, I'm going to actually break your legs and give you something to cry about. Hippie, eh? But like, if you're playing a match and you see players going over weakly or getting hurt, I mean that would build up my confidence. I think, yeah, we got these. Like they're weak, but the modern player doesn't see it the same way anymore. It doesn't look like it, does it? Up in, yeah, Brighton, okie dokie. Alan Wells. The flying, I thought you said flying, yeah. Flying Scott. Yeah, the dead heat. Was that the Commonwealth Games? The dead heat. The only dead heat in a 100-metre sprint. With, was it McFarlane? Did that ring? I think it was a Scottish guy, was it? But yeah, Alan Wells. Oh, Alan Wells was Scottish as well, wasn't he? Lenny Vial, everyone take a deep breath. Early doors for Ange. Every week is a challenge. Keep some fucking perspective. That's right, man. You know, like I say, anyone now that's saying, oh, we're getting found out, it's naive, you've got to have more game management, they're saying sack Ange. That's what I reckon, because that's the way we're playing under Ange. And what people forget is all the times that game management and being pragmatic doesn't work. Didn't work for Brentford last week. They tried to do that. And we scored 3 goals in 10 minutes. But I never hear commentators say, oh, game management doesn't always work. I'm sick of hearing about game management. It's a scourge on the game, and it's not foolproof. It really isn't. And I don't know what the bloody hell some fans want, to be honest. Well, I mean, people can say, I'm not saying telling people what they can and can't say, but we had enough of this pragmatic shit with Conte and Jose and Nuno, all that shit for years, and everyone was crying out, oh, we want to be front foot, we want to be, we want to be Tottenham again. Well, there you go. There's Tottenham. Oh, can't we play 5 at the back for a bit? What if we're playing someone that's really like better than us? Shouldn't we like be a bit more pragmatic? What if we 1-0 up and there's only 65 minutes to play? Should we run it to the... Fuck off! This is Tottenham bloody Hotspur, man. By far the greatest football team the world has ever seen. And we don't do that shit at Tottenham. That's it. Audio Artisan. Consciously or subconsciously. We're peeling back layers here. The refs will be against us. I think they are anyway, man, After Liverpool, they got shamed, scrutinised, and extra training. Yeah, well, what extra training did they have? That would have been a joke, eh? But us being the ones that gained from the mistakes. Well, we might have gained in that match. I don't know if we've got an awful lot of luck later on, but there we go. Here we go. Is Adrian Chia dependable? Like Monsieur Hublot. My contribution to you being a full-time on YouTube. Thank you very much, man. Every bit counts, man. Every bit counts. Thanks, Adrian. Future music. Life Farm is near me. Hey, I've discovered future music. I've been looking at sort of a couple of hardware things to do things on the stream and musically and stuff. And this software I'm using, this OBS, it can be controlled by MIDI commands. So I could have a synthesizer and I could map a couple of keys up at the top that I'll never use to change scenes and things. I'm tempted. Korg Wave Synth, man. And the other thing I'm looking at is down the track is a Roadcaster Pro. That looks like could be a lot of fun. That thing, Brad. Is there a problem with our defence? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think our defence is pretty good. Pretty good. Audio Artisan, our name is a swear word in ref circles. Yeah, curse them. Curse them. Kev, night, hey Paul, good to catch you. Here's the stats. Oh, okay, nice one. Okay. Goals conceded. Corners 2. 2. All bloody year, 2. Set pieces 4. Does that include the two corners, or is that 4 free kicks or something? I mean, either way, it's still bloody good, isn't it? Whether it's 4 or 2, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Set pieces, and this is scored. Okay, goal scored. Set pieces 9. That puts us right up there. And 8 penalties. Hang on. Sorry. Right. Goal scored. Set pieces 9. Corners scored 8. Penalty scored 1. Okay, that adds up to 9. I'm going to go that way. We rank 3rd. Where's the panic? Where's the catastrophe? Oh, Vicario, he better fix that. Fucking hell, look at these 2 corners, man. 2. People don't half love to have a flap, don't they? Brad, we need Manel Solomon back. Good for rotation. Yeah, he's great when he comes up. I like watching him. Was it the last time I heard? It might have been before the Brentford game. Ange said he'd had a setback. So, hey, you know. Bennett, what do you think of Lewis Hamilton moving? Oh, no, I think it shakes it up a bit. I'm not a fan of any. I like F1. I'm not a fan of any particular driver or team. Oops. Mate of mine in Spain's calling me. I just kind of go by the driving because I know a little bit about driving and I know what I like. And Lewis Hamilton as a driver, because I don't know much about any of these people's personalities. I know a little bit. You can tell what a person's like by the way they drive a bleeding car. So that's what I'm going on. And I think Hamilton is a fantastic driver. He really is good. He's ballsy. He's quick. But he doesn't go over the line. There's like a couple of times where look, every driver has a mistake in him. And there's been a couple of times where he's done mistakes. But like Max Verstappen, I can't stand. I can't stand him at all. I think he's filthy. I didn't like Ayrton Senna either. Just too dirty. When you're relying on another guy to back out to avoid having an accident, that's not racing in my book. Not racing at all. But I'll tell you this for nothing. The other year, you know that one where it was down to the Abu Dhabi, the last Grand Prix, and there was a safety car and they did a restart because of that. You know, Max Verstappen won. Even though I can't stand Max Verstappen, I think that was a deserved championship. He was the better driver all year. And, you know, when the safety car's on the last couple of laps, one of the first 2 drivers is going to get done. The one who doesn't change their tyres. They're going to, you know, what do? Do you leave the safety car out or do you take it in? Because whichever one you do is going to change whoever wins. And what people forget about, like the way I think of it like a season, is it's kind of order independent. So everyone's focused on that last race in Abu Dhabi, but they forget, you know, in Baku, Lewis Hamilton with his bleeding magic button, shifting the brake bias the wrong way, that cost him the championship. If he didn't do that, he would have been the world champion. So I wish people, you know, I heard it so much on, you know, Sky F1. They kept on going on about it. It's like, no, referee's decision is final. Max Verstappen was the champion. That's it. But I think it's exciting in moving to Ferrari. I'm not a Ferrari nut myself, even though I've got a Ferrari shirt. It's actually my daughter's. Would you believe it's my daughter's T-shirt? But it was there and she wasn't here, so I've nabbed it. Yeah, I think it's exciting for F1, I think. Alan, short answer, looking forward to seeing what he can do. Mr. Funheady, shoulder charge on Johnson was bleeding obvious. Wow, you're getting into minutiae of details here, man. I'm not sure. Yes, Aaron, don't know if I like you wearing a Ferrari shirt. It's my daughter's, man. No, Spurs lost Hamilton. I know. The enemy might probably just be a big cannon. Ronald M. Sack Ange, we could still win the league. Yeah, no, sorry. I was on a rant early, Ronald, but it's like when people say you can't play football like this in the Premier League and you'll get found out, it's too naive. You can do it in Scotland, you can do it in Japan, you can't do it in England. To me, they're saying get rid of it. What's the Ange is not going to change anything. He's not going to do what you want. So to me, I think there's a bit of an undercurrent. There's a few people out there that didn't want Ange in the first place, and they're just waiting. I'm getting it. There's fans that just seem to thrive on Spurs losing or drawing or having bad results. They love it. I don't understand it. We're in a title race. We certainly are. To dare is to do. Audere est facere. All wiped from the bloody history that is now, isn't it? It's all to dare is to do. Babbitt Precise, Arsenal just made things easy for Manchester City. Oh, well. No, I think Liverpool... Look, if Tottenham don't win the league, I think Liverpool will do it. Future music, peace to you all. Too many pundits currently. Too much shoulda, woulda, coulda. I know. You know, when I hear the level of punditry saying, if they had a better striker, they would have won. Really? Really? You got any other amazing insights from all your years as a football professional? If they had a better player, they would have played better. Fuck me, I don't fucking think of that. They won the league in February. Don't know, man. Brad, don't think that's the point. Be exciting and attacking. But if you have Eric Dyer... I don't have to mention his name anymore, man. Eric Dyer is his centre-back. Don't play your defence on the halfway line. It's suicide. That's what happened when VDV went out injured. No, man. No, I disagree. I reckon if you've got a way of playing football, the only way to get better is practice. And the only practice that means anything is match minutes. So you've got to be prepared that you're going to be shit now and then. But in the long term, you're going to be really, really good. If you decide now and then either our players aren't up to it or the match circumstances are such and such, let's play a different way. You're not practicing. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm glad Eric Dyer's gone, though. I think we're both agreeing on that one. KM62, great rant, Paul. I agree with that rant. Oh, which one was that? Future music. Yeah, I use OBS too. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with it, man. It's good fun. Love to hear some synth patches. Oh, look at you with your big fancy words. Oh, I wouldn't even know how to do a patch. I've never had a synth before. Some synth patches. There's one for you. Oh, you've put your... There we go. What's this? Oh, you've... Is this a different channel or something, man, is it? Hang on. I'm curious. 826 OBS 2. What's this? Go to channel. What's this one then? Oh, no, this is the thing, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, that's what I've seen. You use OBS for that? Really? Okay. Wow, man. But that is Future Music's channel. He's got loads of good music on it. Does it all himself and nice images. I like listening to it. Alan Bennett, my driving, everyone hates me. Everyone thinks they're a good driver, don't they? The old Dunning-Kruger thing. Kev Knight, by the way, Paul, those stats were up to and including the 25th of January. It's only this past weekend missing from those numbers, but it's still one of the best this season, exactly. We score plenty and don't give much away. I know. I could swear people are watching different games to me. Sydney Sider. Oh, you're a Sydney Spurs fan, are you? When's the Surrey Hills pub open for games? How do you find out which games are on at the pub if you do that sort of thing? After years of complaining about management holding the club back, it's now the fan base that are the weakest link. You would think they lost 4-2 to Wolves the way they're crying over their beer. I know. Some fans, look, it's only a minority, let's face it. I think, the people that are at the matches and friends I talk to in England that go to games still, they're happy. So it's just clickbait and controversy. It's all bollocks, isn't it? Future music, we may never have to play Everton ever again. Last time ever. There we go. And maybe Chelsea and Manchester City might be the last time we play those two each year as well, coming up. Andrew Ackerman, just heard Dyer's name mentioned, PTSD. Did I give you a bit of like Vietnam gunships? Isarian auditioning to go on Sky Sports here. If we had scored more goals than them, we would have won the game. I know, man. Can I be a pundit now with my expert reflection? Yeah, absolutely. If they had better players, they would have played better. My favourite. They still don't understand Ange Boral, or as I like to say, football. Attacking is the first line of defence. Yeah, it's simple, isn't it? That's what it is. Ball up the other end of the park is a great strategy. The players are not executing like in the first 10 games. It's just not happening, is it, the same way? Something I noticed in the first half against Everton was a lot of we weren't very good off the ball. When we had the ball, our other players, they weren't like milling around, causing problems, making themselves available. There was a bit of standing around, But I agree with you, Sydney. Get up the other end and sort it out up there. That's what football's about. Adrian Trier, road is premium. I was considering the Zoom pod track. What are you going to use it for, mate? Because I use lift this up carefully so I don't unplug it. This is what I use to put my mic in and stuff like that. That's a Zoom H6N. It's a nice bit of kit, but I've neglected it a little bit. Very good quality recording though on a Zoom. The Zoom pod track, I don't know if that does the same job as the Rode. The thing I like about the Rode thing is it's got a lot of features combined into one, and there's a lot of things I think you could do with it that people haven't sussed out yet or haven't been publicised. Future music, no, I use OBS for live. Oh, nice one. Technics 1210s. And is that a turntable? Is that like a desk or something? And After Effects for my vids. Oh, After Effects. Okay, cool. I'm a long way of doing videos off, but OBS for live, that's interesting. Brad, I'm a realist. I was dreading this season when we lost Harry. Yeah, man. I wasn't overly sure about Ange coming. But I'm happy now, and I get that, I completely get that. When you've got a manager coming into the club that you don't know anything about, it's fair enough to be reserved. You know what I mean? Fair enough. Edward Why of Oz. Romero slows the game when he walks the ball from the back. Madders is a diving sook who also slows the tempo. Blimey. I think they were just all a bit out of it. I think it was Højbjerg and Skip. When they're out, we'll look more balanced. Kim62, simple fact, if we have the ball, they can't score. You're making football sound so easy, Kim. So easy. Blimey. If we have the ball, they can't score. There's your bombshell for today. All right, folks. Well, I've been going longer than I expected, which is nice. Thanks for everyone watching. Click that. I'll finish up now. Oh, yeah. I'm still optimistic. Yeah, we're winning the league, whatever. But I think we're going in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to the next game. Last one here from Alan. Worried about Benny last few games, hoping it's his partner making him look bad. That's my feeling. I don't think Bentancur suddenly become an iffy player. I think when Sarr and Basuma are with him, or Maddison, I think you're going to see a different player. All right, folks. Well, if thanks for everyone who's watching. Thanks for people who have been putting comments in and kept it all going well past its sell-by date. And if you're watching it afterwards, or if you click like and subscribe, that's cool. If you ain't, you know, as that happens, doesn't it? If you're watching it afterwards, I hope you're suitably entertained and distracted a little bit from life. I'll be back around before long. Until next time, folks. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Come on, you Spurs.